It is true that planning for a wedding is not an easy task. It could be an extremely stressful and trying time, especially as the big day approaches. When couples worry about coordinating all of the details of the wedding, just to make sure everything goes according to plan. One of the most important details of the wedding that a couple has to decide on is the actual date of the wedding. This is usually the detail that is taken care of first. Factors in choosing a date include the availability of the venue where the wedding will take place and the availability of friends and family on the assigned date. Some venues where weddings are held offer discounts on days when traditionally, weddings are not held. Also, the time the wedding takes place also become a factor in the expense. For example, mornings and afternoon receptions are somewhat more cheaper than those held at nighttime. It is also advisable to set a budget, even before a couple start to make plans. This way they would be able to organize the details according to the budget they could afford. Once you've done this, you can now choose a venue for the wedding. Some places offer discounts, depending on the time of year. Just after the holidays would be a good time to hold a wedding, if you are considering the cost. This time is not considered a peak time, therefore the price tend to be less expensive. For couples who are about to get married, it is important to talk about the size of wedding they both have in mind. The dream wedding of one person might not be that of the other. So it is necessary for couples to discuss details regarding the arrangement of the wedding, such as the location of the reception, the number of people who get invited to the wedding reception, and the choice of entertainment. It is important to reach an agreement pertaining to the guest list and the entourage. Whether you want to keep the wedding an intimate affair, in which case the bride and groom will just invite their family and friends, or maybe they want to make this affair into the wedding of the century. In which case, the bride and groom get to invite the whole neighborhood, long-lost relatives, high school buddies in addition to their friends and family. When making the guest list, consider the space capacity of your chosen venue. Hire a professional to capture this momentous occasion. Sure, you friends can take good pictures, and most of them own a camcorder. But for this special occasion, you would want something special, lasting, and visually presentable. So you'd have something to remember this occasion by. This way you could also share them with your friends and family. Don't forget the cake. It's best to have a tasting first, before settling on a cake. Invite your family and friends for the cake tasting. This way, this task becomes fun for everyone. Order wedding invitations. If you want to get creative, you can always print your own invites. This way, you can customize them, and add a more personal touch to the invitation. Don't forget to start looking for a wedding gown months before the wedding. This way, the bride has plenty of time to make a selection. Also, the groom should make arrangement to rent or buy a tuxedo, preferably in advance, just in case you encounter some trouble with the fitting. You would have some time to make other arrangements. Couples who don't have enough time on their hands, or just find the preparations that go into planning a wedding too overwhelming, can always just hire a wedding planner. This way, everything gets organized and coordinated for them. For much more wedding planning help, see our guide with more than 400 pages by visiting www.weddingsandweddingplanning.com. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.